unlucky. Still trying to get hold of my guest OMENIHU, who is on transit to LA in the car, and internet isn't really happening properly. So, OMENIHU, OMENIHU, come into my little house, into my living room. There you are! My days! You're hard to get hold of. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Oh, it's already like stopping. Oh my days. Oh, hello, hello. Thank you for coming in. Hi, Martin. Um, you gotta tell me like if you like hear it or if things go funny because I just have like that wheel running now rather than actually seeing you. Do you hear me?
I hear you.
I
Can
hear
you hear
you.
me?
I can hear you, but we can't really see you properly. You sort of like you're
Uh,
stuck basically.
I can't see anything.
Oh no.
It says go live with.
Oh damn. Oh, we have technical issues because OMENIHU unplannedly, know your word, is in transit to LA in the car, and that's not the best way. That is not the best way to do a live. Oh my God. I'm gonna try again if he's gonna make it in. I sent you the guitar last week. Remember? You sent me a guitar last week? I don't understand. Keyboard was great. Um, I'm confused. What are you saying, Martin? Oh, let's try this. Let's try him back in again. Oh, I see. Okay, hang on. Let's try him. He's coming back in. He's coming. There you
Okay.
are.
No,
Hey.
he was talking to me. He
I
sent
know. I realized that
yeah,
now.
he sent me a guitar that he played on top of a beat I was making.
Ah, that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Now we're here.
Now we go. Hey, finally. So how are you doing? So explain. You're on the way from what? From where to LA?
Yeah, from San Diego.
From San Diego.
San Diego
Interesting.
is a green place. But back to LA. How's the quarantine been treating you?
Quarantine is treating me well. Oh my God, I am so busy. I don't know, like, everyone's always on about like, oh, reading books, having so much time, and I'm like, where? Like,
Yeah,
I feel like it's the opposite. Like, quarantine just made things go crazy busy.
yeah. I think it's it's been the first time since I would think like college break, like the summers,
Right.
whenever you get to either like make use of it or just bullshit. And when I was in college, I spent a lot of my summers bullshitting, played a lot of FIFA. But now it's like, oh, okay, like the world slowed down. I can read a book. I can pick up some instruments. That's what I've been doing lately.
Right.
That and cleaning and watching anime. That's that's all I've been doing, to be honest.
Come on, I don't believe you. You have your fingers in so many things. But have you been like writing music? So
Yeah.
like,
So like, it's funny because I could I have a EP and a music video and the whole shebang ready, and it's just like I'm not in a rush to put it out in this weird state right now. Like I'm using this
okay,
time not as in, oh, how can I further attention on me, but how can I improve? How can I
that's a good one.
intensify my relationship with music? And
Yeah.
like it's going slow. It's not like I'm like writing new pieces of like Mozart, but I'm learning how to play songs that I like on the piano. And that's a
You learn how to play piano. See, this is one of my missions. I thought that in quarantine I will learn how to play all of my songs or like some of my songs, actually play them properly, because I write them and I produce them, but I'm not like a virtuoso to like make them sound good if I play them, live kind of thing. So that
yeah.
was kind of like one of my missions, but I haven't really gone that far yet. Hi. Hi, driver.
And and the thing is, it's like it's not like a I don't have to
No
like
internet.
get to any level. It's just can I learn more today than I new yesterday, and
Right,
I,
right, right, right.
I realized that's what's keeping me happy. Is like, oh, can I apply myself here? And it's funny. I hurt my foot playing basketball like right when the quarantine started.
Yeah.
So like, it's not like I could go anywhere. Like I'm
Oh.
chilling. I'm literally at the house.
Were you like properly injured?
Well, like now, like swellings went down. It's like I hurt my heel, and then
Okay.
it's something that you can only help with rest. But
Right, right,
since
right.
you're walking each day, it's kind of hard to rest. And if I imagine if I was still going to work and jumping on the bus as often as I was
Yeah,
gonna be I was gonna be worse off. So I think I really been enjoying this time. Um,
that's cool.
Initially, I was like just on my ass like the first week, and then I started getting into the flow. I'm like, okay, like I can do this. I could wake up at 9, go to sleep after 1.
You don't normally do that? I thought you'd be like a
Yeah,
party person
yeah.
anyway, like going to sleep after one.
But I think most importantly, you start to like during times like this, you begin to realize, oh shit, my new shoes aren't as important as they used to be, or clothes.
My jackets aren't as important. That's what I am.
Yes,
I'm trying to wear jackets again, Joe. Like I'm addicted to jackets and shoes, and
yeah.
like not wearing those, it's like. And then I was like, I tried like my big lead jacket on today. I was like, that's a bit dumb, like sitting indoors with a
You might
massive
be
leather
wearing
jacket.
You might be wearing basketball shorts underneath all that, and it's like honestly,
Oh, God.
whenever our I would say whenever our necessities are challenged,
Yeah,
we then throw out the extra,
that's true.
and,
That's true.
and it's like everyone's all the guys are like, oh, I haven't had a haircut in like a month, and it's like, oh,
My
like
hair is so bloody long. I'm dying to get it cut.
me not having a haircut for me it's like 6 weeks. Um,
Right.
it's not the end of my world. I'm okay. Like my hairline is intact.
That's all right then.
And that's what this whole time has been. It's just been like realizing, okay, like
Have you done any good reading? Like any books or shows that you watched where you're going like, oh my God, I've discovered this in quarantine. I should, that you can like inspire people with. What are you doing with your phone?
so my speaker isn't the best. So
Oh,
whenever you speak, I have to put it to my ear.
oh, you don't have any headphones? Oh, this
Yeah, iPhone 6.
is.
I I've been reading a book called The Price of Inequality. I forget the author. The 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 book is written by this economist who won a Nobel Peace Prize with
Right.
his research partner. But it's just talking about um, our it was written. The book was inspired by the recession in 2008,
Okay.
and it's um, super scary, relevant right now
Right.
because the economy is obviously dipping because of the, but intentionally dipping because we can't go and work. But
Right.
it's just talking about the disparities that have been growing in the United States, and it goes from example in the past to like, oh, this is how another country's um, doing this, and this
Right.
is where other countries are failing, this is where we're failing. And it's just like during a time like this where a lot of creators who are in the entertainment industry or restaurant industry or like make money from jobs that they have to report to,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of creators have been laid off, or a lot of creators have had a pause in their finances. And it's like, not only that, the places that we rely on to make money might close. So it's just like, while that's happening to us, that's not happening to everybody. And like, I think about
Yeah.
Austin. where Austin's entertainment's built on these venues. Not all these venues are gonna make it out, and if they don't make it out, that means the actual landlord, the owner, might sell the property to one of these predatory um, property owners who just want to buy these music venues and then sell it to a
Right.
hotel. We don't know the effects of what this pause in our
No.
economy is going to yield on the music industry
Right.
in regards to live performances. Um, I've seen a lot of artists take refuge in live, and
Yeah.
not only live, but like they're putting out more music in hopes that stream becomes a major flow of
Yeah.
cash for them. But I think there's so much to evaluate pre and post quarantine.
Right. So, but then, so that, like, what is your like specific thought about like having music ready but not releasing it? Because some artists are canceling their releases and some are not. And I'm sort of like trying to figure out like, you know, what everyone's like thought behind it is in their specific situation. Like what makes you not want to put it out because you're just saying this is not the time? Or are
Well,
you
I think it's all about me. So it's like,
yeah.
do I feel like if I put it out now, will it get all of my attention? And honestly, right now, I personally don't care about people's music releases right now. That's just how I feel. I don't give a damn. Like I'm I'm so focused internally. It's like, and I feel
That,
like right now the world's pretty out. Maybe I'm just waiting for everyone to shoot their shot, and then I'm gonna shoot my shot. But
right.
I think right now it's just like I have a whole narrative that I want to express, but I don't know. I don't know if I was a fan of me, I would necessarily. I would click on it, but
Yeah.
am I gonna live with it? I don't know. So I'm just putting myself in other people's shoes, or putting myself as a fan. Like,
Yeah.
do I really need music right now? That yeah. Do I need new music, or do I want to discover old music? Right now, I've been listening to old music. Right now, I've been
That's just
listening.
how I felt. I mean, especially with Bill Withers dying.
Mm,
Like, and then I have this neighbor. This neighbor is like right next to me, and he like blasts this old 70s music and it's like Pink Floyd and Deep Purple and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, oh my god, I just like I feel like I've literally just felt like listening to like 70s music right now. I was like, well, do I care what Cardi B is doing? Or, you know what I mean?
yeah,
I
I
mean,
I legitimately don't. I don't. And not to say other people feel the same way.
right,
I've been in a state where I just want to listen to Roy Ayers.
right, exactly. That's
And
exactly the vibe that I am at. It's like proper,
like,
like soulful, like heartfelt, beautiful music.
yeah, and not to say that people aren't dropping fire shit right now.
Yeah,
Just I feel like people feel pressed, and I never want to feel pressed to do anything. I just want to feel like, oh, this is I want to do this. And
wow,
also, like some of my friends who are part of my production line of
yeah,
completing some assets, so it's not done, and they have their own lives to figure out. And I'm not putting a gun to their head and being like, "Yo, I need my stuff." It's like, oh,
yeah,
let's let's check in this week. Let's see where we're at. But I
yeah.
think I've always had a laissez-faire approach to it. Granted,
Mm-hmm.
I think whenever it's all said and done, I'm gonna change that approach and be a little more dogmatic about it. But
Right.
I think I think right now, I just want to like literally
Be
learn
myself.
music and develop
Yeah.
an appreciation for it. Because once again, when you first met me, one
Yeah.
of the first things you said to me was, "I don't know what key you were trying to sing in," and it's like
I
I'm like,
said that.
yeah, yeah, like there was
No
there
idea.
was a part I remember the part, and you weren't too sure what note I was trying to hit, but I think once again, as a rapper, rappers don't have to be
Perfectionist.
cognizant of it, of that
Yeah.
thing, to be successful. And I think artists that I really enjoy are cognizant of what key they're in, or have some type of capacity to play an instrument.
Yeah. I think that's really important anyway. Like there's a lot of like, you know, uh, like say rappers or even like computer musicians who don't play like any instruments at all. And I think it just opens such a world to you when you just, you know where you put your fingers and you can come up with a chord rather than using a computer. I think
Yeah,
that
and
that is so, for you yourself as a musician, as an artist, that just opens up such a big world, you know?
I think there was a point in time when I was like, yo, I'm a rapper, and I realized, oh, that's not enough of a description. That's not the
Right.
description I want to die with.
Yeah.
I would want to to die with the expansive knowledge of music, so I can always refer to myself as a musician.
Yeah.
But once again, like, it doesn't mean that I'm gonna be, what's his name, Jacob Collier, who,
Oh my God, I just discovered him like in quarantine actually on Twitch, funny enough. I just
yeah,
discovered him. He's like
yeah,
crazy,
he's like
man.
the musical genius, and like, once again, that's not the threshold you need to cross to be able to make the music you want to make.
That's true.
But it's just like, oh, like, I really like this
That's
quarantine
okay.
time where a lot of producers who are actual musicians,
Yeah.
they're making beats and all that with their instruments, and they're showing you, yo, I'm not just a keyboard pusher. And
Yeah.
so I think that's been the most fascinating aspect of it all. Like, I don't really care about the music people are releasing. I really care about the music
The art.
people are able to create when they can't rely on 10, 4, 3 people coming into the studio and making
Right.
stuff for them.
Right. That's true. I've been going into a bunch of lives with like songwriters and like co-songwriting on Instagram Live with like songwriter Pendrick and a bunch of people, and that was pretty amazing. I really enjoyed that. That was like the first week of quarantine. I was in all these like songwriting sessions on Instagram Live. That was really cool. But anyway, like I want to ask you: are you still involved or like in Human Influence, your collective? Is that still
Yeah,
happening since you're now in LA?
yeah,
You are you
yeah.
still so
Like,
you're from Austin, but you live in LA now. But are you still like very much connected to Austin? Are you still sort of back and forth, or are you just like purely LA
yeah,
now?
it's funny because I realize some people think I'm really good at social media. I don't really think I give it enough attention. I
Right.
give it, like, people are like, oh, but you're so. It's like, I think if you don't do something like above the ground, people think you either stop doing it, or it's
Yeah.
not, or or it's
True, right? It's like if you don't release anything, people think you're not doing anything. And saying if you don't release anything because you're doing other stuff or you're doing stuff in the background or whatever, like people think you're not doing anything. And I'm like, whoa, I'm so busy
and
and haven't released anything in a while, like officially as an artist, but I've
yeah,
done
and it's
so
just like
much.
that, like, because that's other people's expectations. That doesn't mean it's mine. So
Right.
I think about it like, I talk to my best friends in Austin who are all creatives every
Yeah.
single day. We're all in a group chat,
Right.
and um, so it's like my relationship with Austin's always there. Like, if I ever move back to Texas, I'm gonna be living in Austin. So,
Right.
like, that's my Texas home, in my opinion. Um,
Right.
and in regards to human influence, like, yeah, people don't know. Like, I started that with me and my one of my good friends, Henry, who I met in college, and
Mm-hmm.
we're like, everything I do from like a creative standpoint, it's gonna be under that umbrella. Granted, like, the events that I was doing in
Yeah.
at Shortstop, those have hit a hard
Yeah.
pause. Um,
Yeah.
but the ideas that we've always been conjuring up, and honestly waiting on the day that we have the resources to fully bring them to life. Um, But I think at the end of the day, like, um, the way I go about things, it's always, oh, this is my lifestyle. I don't think about it. It's like, oh, this is something I'm doing just to be cool. It's like, oh, like that platform that I've created, that I've removed posts from or removed the website. That doesn't mean it still exists. It's still an
Right.
LLC, and I still have a closet full of unreleased merchandise that I need to release. So it's
I
just,
remember you having a lot of clothes as well. So I remember you having a lot of clothes as well, like you were selling like vintage clothes and stuff, or like
yeah,
just
yeah, exactly.
yeah.
But
I'm still dealing with that. I was hoping that in quarantine I'll like sort of start to get rid of stuff, but it's not been my focus. I thought, you know,
no,
perhaps I'll give it 2 days of just like sorting out my wardrobe and selling everything, but no, I decided that's not my interest in this quarantine. You know what I mean? I'm the
and
same as you.
know
Just
it's
want to
funny, like,
play more and write more. No, I was just saying, I just want to play more and write more. But what I
that,
want to know is like with human influence, so for people who don't know, like, like, there's so much stuff you've done with it, like the events, the merchandise. You have like a podcast and a blog, but like, is there like a sort of aim for human influence, and why is it called that way? Why does it have the
yeah,
name?
I
An
think
aim and a name.
in a really simple explanation. It's just, I've always wanted it to be, one, the excuse for me to create things with my friends, and then just like an avenue which I get to do my best and create something that I've always wanted to create. And that's all. It's like, it's not that deep. Like, I realize, I look at other people's like creative platforms, and it all says the same thing. Everyone's like, well, we're trying to help creatives. Like, no, it's like, honestly, I just want to do some fire shit, and I understand, like, the only way you can sustain that is if you either sell something to consumers, or someone pays you to get closer to your pool of consumers, and that's all it
Right.
is. And it's like, whenever I do take off my musical hat, I still want to create. I still want to, like, oh, that'd be a fire shirt, or, oh, let's write this script. Like, I would want all that to be under that brand of human influence,
Right.
just because, once again, it's like, I have the right to do whatever I feel like, but I don't have the resources to do whatever I feel like. So
Yes.
that's all it is. I don't think it's that deep. I remember I used to try to make it deep, but it's not deep. It's just, it is what it
You
is.
just want to do what you want to do. You want to do everything under
Exactly
one
what it is.
umbrella. And so
But
you just do
maybe
want to do
that,
what you want to do.
but
I just say you want
maybe
to do what you
that,
want to do. Oh, well, you go, you go. You just keep go. You talk.
no, that's, it's funny. Roy Ayers line. Is like, I do what I do when I do when I do when I'm doing, and it's like, that doesn't mean anything, but it means so much at the same time.
Right.
And I think at the end of the day, you don't really decide what you do. You
Oh,
just do
and then it's gone
things,
back.
and then people will let you know what resonates with them, and then you have to decide,
That's
oh, can
yeah.
I sustain this? Do I want to sustain this? Like, whenever
Right.
I had the other Instagram, My Magical Closet, I was like, okay, I could do this while I'm in Austin and getting ready to leave to LA, but when I get to LA and I don't have a closet anymore, I can't sustain this. It's over,
Right.
and I'm okay with that.
So
Like,
it's all fluid.
I haven't watched the season of Watchmen that was on HBO, but the showrunner, I think he decided that he was done, and everyone said it was like almost a perfect series, and it's just
Oh,
because it was,
really?
yeah,
I haven't
and
watched
just
it.
because it was great doesn't mean it needs to be sustained. And
Right.
that's how I feel about things. It's like, okay, I know that was fire, but I don't
Yeah.
have I don't see the next chapter. That's the end of the book. But
Right.
I feel like a lot of people don't want to let things go, and they run it to the ground. Um, and I'm a big fan of, like, animes that do stop at episode 64 or episode 24, and not they don't go infinitely until like
That's true. You know, I much prefer miniseries because, you know, once I start, I'm addicted and I can't stop. So, you know, I don't want to start any like shows that have, I don't know how many seasons, you know, in already done. But so like, you know, give me a miniseries of like 6 shows, 6 episodes. I'm like, yes, bring it on. Short, good, done, you know, and then next one. I kind of think that's like how you're feeling about the work you do.
yeah. So like you think about that and you apply it to yourself, you're like, oh, like I don't need like I don't need to think about like, oh, I need to make 6 albums. I just need to make one, and hopefully that one is good enough to the point where people want me to renew it, and
Right,
then I have a bigger budget to do it.
exactly.
And
So,
that's really all. And like that's all. It's just I'm I'm doing my best to improve my skill set so I can execute the things I've always wanted to execute.
yeah.
So I going back to it all, I think this quarantine time is like the building block for it because I'm I'm flossing. Like
You can see your shiny teeth.
yeah, and it's all right. My teeth are okay, but it's like I realize small little habits will change the trajectory of your life and your happiness, and that's all it is. It's like
Right.
in this time, oddly enough, where there's not a lot of money coming in, it's just like, okay, can if I'm not improving my bank account, can I improve my value? So
Right.
whenever this time is over, I can moonwalk into whatever I'm doing.
Right. That makes sense. And so, so I know you were saying like you don't want to put out any music or whatever, but and you do all these different things. But before quarantine happened, was there like a thing that do you still focus like on one project at a
Yeah,
time,
I
or are you
yeah
trying to do all of them?
like
Or are you trying to do all of them at the same time? You know, your script, your events, your whatever. Like, I just keep rolling with all of it, or are you going like, right now I'm focusing on finishing the EP, and then I'm focusing on, I don't know, putting on this event, or doing more merch, or whatever, you know, or writing a script. Like, how do you work it? How do you
you know
how are you most efficient if that's what?
I,
How
I
are you
think
most efficient if that's yeah? Go go go!
if
You got it.
right now, I think right now in this moment, if I make something in one sitting or in 2 sittings that I think is I would say informative to this period that people are in,
Yeah.
I'm gonna release it, and especially if if I produce it, mix it, write it, like of course I'll put it out tomorrow. But
Right.
once again, I have I been forcing that moment? No, not necessarily. Not with the lyrics, but once again, I've been producing things and developing ideas. Once again, stuff I couldn't have done a year ago or 2 months ago. So it's just like I guess when you know you're improving at something, there's not a. I don't have a. I don't have a. Um, I don't feel a ticking time bomb in me. But
Right.
yeah, like it's I'm trying to move my what's it called down. But yeah,
So let's
like if I
explain this
go
again.
home
OMENIHU
today,
is in the car. I'm just
yeah, I'm
trying to
trying to.
explain again that you're in the car here, so that's why the
I have like
situation in the car without
I have
headphones, trying to hear
the
me.
comment board in front of my face, but
Oh yeah, that's
and it's
that's
not.
how it is. That's how it
Um,
is.
but that's all. That's all. Like and yeah, that's all. And there's no pressure. I think the thing about it is I've always put a pressure on myself for like if I release something, it needs to be a certain standard.
Right.
Um,
I think you all did.
now it's like it. I think the standard for me has to just be: is it honest? And did I? Am I going to be happy with this piece of work a year from now?
Right.
Um, and I don't think there's been anything I've released where I'm not happy with. I just think certain people might have a. They don't see the whole they don't see the whole story because not all the episodes have been released.
Right.
That's all. And it might be awkward for people to start to form an idea and tell you how they feel about your work when they haven't heard all your work. But that's on
Right.
me. Um, and
Yeah.
like, yeah, I I think it's interesting. But I might release something during the quarantine.
Right.
But
Right.
it won't be because, oh, like, here's some shit I've been sitting on, here's some fire. No, it's gonna be, this is what I made right now.
Right. That makes sense. You know, this is like I started like writing a song in the shower, a quarantine song, a couple of weeks ago. I kind of want to put that out before quarantine is over, you know, but just because it's like quarantine specific, you know.
Yeah,
Um,
and even
Otherwise, it
people
wouldn't
who
like. I'm torn. I know
like
people.
that.
I know people who are so like down by the situation that they find it really like offensive for people to just go and like push their music right now. They're like, I cannot believe you're doing this. I cannot believe you're putting out this music, like sort of angry at friends kind of situations. Whereas other people go like, well, you know, people are sitting at home now. They want to hear music, you know. But then, you know, I think it's everyone's personal, um, you know, how you feel about it, what this situation does to you. It also, I think it also, you know, if somebody, I don't know, say if you know somebody who's actually ill and stuff like that, that will change the way you think about the
Yeah,
situation,
I don't
you
think
know.
you're releasing a song if your mom gets sick.
Well,
But
right, exactly. Like, I mean, I have people who really want to come on the show, like great big artists, and they like, I can't do it right now because I know people that are ill, you know, and I'm dying, like, I really want to come on the show, but like, give me a few weeks, you know, I'm just still processing, or like other people have been saying that they know people that are ill and all this, and you know, you got to respect that. Like, everyone goes through a different thing, although we're all kind of stuck in a similar situation,
yeah,
and
that's one of, yeah. I think it goes one of two ways. It's like,
let's see your face.
if you believe it's a time for you to like be outward,
Yeah.
then go for it. And if you believe it's a time for you to be dormant or hibernate or go
Yeah.
internal, then you do it. But like, if you're outward, just make sure you're not being a dick.
Exactly.
Being,
Except to be like respected at least or something, you know. No, I
but
totally get that. That
I
makes
don't
sense.
know. I think there's been winners of the quarantine. There's been people who've seen their platforms jump
Oh
because
my
of it.
God, D nice, huh? Hi, Disco Shrine. Disco Shrine's in the house. You don't see it because you got your ear to the phone.
Yeah, I
You
can't
guys
wait.
work together. Tell us more about that. What is your
Yeah,
collaboration?
yeah. Disco's my girl. Jess. Hopefully you've been doing well. You've been chilling. But yeah, like you said, D Nice, who I've never heard of until this
No,
time.
me either. He's got 2 million. He hit 2 million followers yesterday, and I think he had like 200 people in the house when he started. Like, it's so
Yeah,
crazy.
there's always
But
gonna
he's,
be winners. It's
I
like
love him.
it's like the internet lottery. It's like some people will really hit it because they will display a talent that people can finally
I know.
appreciate.
Right.
Like,
What I find so amazing, and I've said this before about like D Nice, I just feel like there's so many people DJing, but I just feel he just hit the right
so
note
you
at
are
the right
good with
time. The
transitions.
kind of music, the kind of soul. Oh, there you are. Sorry, like you just got cut off totally. I don't know what you were just saying. You just saying you didn't know, you hadn't heard about D Nice, and then we get cut off.
Yeah, I didn't know about them, but I'm glad I do now. I'm glad there's, like, even in the songwriter battles, like, I'm learning
Right.
about songwriters I never knew. I knew who Neo, like, of course I listened to Neo, but I didn't know who John Tay was.
Right.
So so this time is like really educational for a lot of people.
There's definitely a lot of songwriters that I've heard about that I hadn't heard about before as well. Yeah, and it's like sessions, you know, and on live as well, you know, on Insta Live where people are like going into like sessions with other people. I love that. Um, yeah, that's it. Like a funny quarantine question: would you rather be locked up or shut down without toilet paper or without the internet?
I'd rather be without toilet paper. I'll just wash my ass. Like, what? That doesn't make sense. Like, the internet's more valuable than toilet paper. That's a
Yeah,
fact.
that's what you. I've had
toilet
a
paper.
friend say like rather the internet, like, you know, just cut off the internet and rather have toilet paper. But the majority goes with the internet, to be honest.
Like, I literally use the internet more than I use toilet paper. How many times is someone gonna shit?
How many times? Depends on how many like quarantine snacks you eat. You know, that's the issue here. You
Well,
know?
if you're still eating fast food, then yeah, I get
Right? Oh my God! I saw this image of this lady in like New York Underground. Did you see that yesterday? Like a meme, and there's she was sitting with gloves on and had like a massive McDonald's takeaway. And she was eating like fries and dipping it in sauce with her gloves on and eating them on a New York train. And somebody just posted, "We're gonna be in quarantine a lot longer."
Yeah, it's just
That
like,
was horrific. I was like, how do you not get what is going on?
and you know, it, I'm just happy I just stay at the crib because like I will literally decompose seeing people do dumb things like that. But once
Right?
again, like people have the right to eat French fries with their gloves.
No, but like on the train, like dipping
Yeah,
it
it's
in like the worst city for that kind of thing. Like that's just crazy. And I'm like, I was cycling. I tried to like go out. I had like two masks on. I was like, I just gotta get out. And I was cycling and around the block. And this woman was crossing the street and she was smoking a joint and like blowing out the air. And you know, and I was like in this massive woof through my like two masks. And I was like, you know, how does it happen? Like, where's the virus now? You know, if like I get the smell in, like that from the virus, like just I just find it so crazy, like her like walking down the street, like puffing out her thing when you know you're like next to her, and I was like, oh, you know, it still gets me. I'm trying to avoid going out like as much as possible. Like I've been out shopping twice, and that's it. That's it. I'm not going out anymore in April.
I don't want to get too deep into that into the next part, but I'm like, if my foot wasn't hurt, I'd still be outside. It's like I don't know the last time I've ever been sick just by going outside. I don't know if that's how that stuff works.
Well, that's how it
When,
works right now.
huh?
I'm saying that that's what it works right now. You know, running into people who are ill potentially.
But okay, let's say I go to a basketball court and there's no one there.
No, that's different. That's different. If you can find a spot, no, of course, if you can find a spot where you're on your own. But I've been trying and I've been looking, and then like in the beginning, I went to the parks and there was always so many people and nobody cared. And now the parks are locked down, you know, and I just haven't really found anywhere where I feel like kind of safe. You know, if I had my own garden and stuff, oh my God, be out there all the time. You know, I have a parking spot free, so I'm thinking of buying a beach lounger when it gets warmer and just have a beach lounger on the
Yeah,
parking spot.
like I
Yeah.
like the beach. I would have went already, but I'm not like a real big fan of the beach. Nah, it's
No, but
just
like I'm
because
talking about I'm talking about my parking spot. I have like one parking spot free in the back, and you know, I was thinking of putting a beach lounge in there and making a little kind of like chill area in the garden. Yeah, making a pretend beach, just to have an outside. You know, I'm just saying, just to have an outside.
that's real.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's no, that makes sense. Um,
Right. That's the one thing. Everything else hasn't really like changed. Everything else hasn't really changed that much, apart from getting busier. But that's the one thing that's sort of hard for me. That I get going into nature. That's the one. That's the main thing I miss. I think going into nature. I feel like I talk more to people than I used to, but yeah, that's the one thing. We'll see how long it takes, eh?
yeah,
How are you? How are you quarantined? Are you in a house with garden?
yeah. Like both of my roommates are gone, so I have my apartment to myself.
Ah, same here.
So it's like I, for me, I clean, I watch, I have anime going in the back, and then I might, I might produce something. I might play on the piano, try to learn something, or I
Yeah.
might just bullshit. I don't know. It's, 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 it's been a comfortable time, and I really enjoyed it.
That's cool.
Um,
Right.
I hear
That's
the
great.
stimulus checks are coming in.
Is everyone getting those? I'm so confused about this. I haven't
Um,
really. Is it just
not
certain people who apply for it?
people who who aren't dependents on anyone's taxes should are getting it if they make under I think 90,000. I don't know.
But do you need to apply for it, or does it automatically
No, no,
just
it'd just be
happens?
it'd be a direct deposit.
Ah, interesting. Okay, hopefully.
But
I've been paying the entire rent for the apartment, and this is like a massive place because my roomie went to Europe, and my friend was gonna move in from London, and she couldn't make it. She literally is like, I can't fly, you know? So I was like stuck here without a roommate, which is great, you know, for that, the living here situation. But I was like, oh my God, I'm now paying rent for the entire place, you know?
well,
Like,
this is a good time to be like, nope,
get a check.
and just put it off.
Mm.
But
Yeah, anyway. Okay, so you're chilling, you're having fun, you're enjoying your quarantine, and you're developing yourself. That's the key thing.
that's
Developing
that's the biggest
from the
takeaway,
inside
honestly.
out. That's good. I like it. I think that I've been saying this from the beginning, from day one on my rants on the internet. Like, you know, just do what you haven't done, what you want to do, how you want to grow, you know? Because when are we going to have, well, hopefully we're never going to have this time again, you know? But at the same
Yeah,
time, oh my God, it's amazing, you know? Don't have to go anywhere. Don't have to go
exactly.
anywhere.
Yeah, we ideally this doesn't ever happen again, but
Right.
if it does, uh, hopefully the stuff you did this time around puts you in a better position for
That's
next
true.
time.
That's
And
true.
that's all it is.
Right.
I
And
I think I have to um, depart.
oh yeah, yeah, no, like I was just gonna like end this because it's gonna click us out anyway in a minute. Um,
Yeah,
well, this was like an interesting one, looking at your hair and ear most of the
my
time.
ear. Literally need a new phone, but once again, do I really need
You
a
just
new
need
phone?
headphones. All you need is headphones.
I didn't bring them on this trip.
Yeah, say all you need is headphones.
But
Did
yeah,
you hear that?
like I'm I'm glad I wasn't. I know I provided some difficulty, but we're here and it happened.
Yes. This is how we deal with like difficult times, emergency situations. All right. Well, thank you so much. I'm so glad I got to catch up with you and see that you are fine and well. Glad to catch up. Thank you for
Doing
coming
well.
on and sharing your insights. That was super, super interesting. I feel really calm now after talking to you. You're like, ooh. A bunch of business calls
For
calling
inviting
up, and I'm like, oh.
me.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for coming on. Safe trip back and take care of yourself. All right.
Yeah.
Bye. Ciao. That was OMENIHU on his way back to LA from San Diego. A very sort of different kind of show today from the car, and he couldn't hear me unless he put his phone to his ear. So this is why this was all a bit kind of wobbly. But we made it work, you know, emergency situation. Anyway, I will hopefully see you tomorrow again, 10:30. This is Isolation Celebration. Have a safe time, chill, learn something new, enjoy yourself. Okay, bye.